Alright, we're back with Katawa Shoujo. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of fitful slumber and into an unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School was surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the cultural shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away with that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep me breaking down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallowing the morning medications and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd order some to cover such a whatever. But wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get new life this way, a bit like me. And after all, I'm gonna start taking care of myself. I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do with my to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present on the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in that hallway yesterday is running on the track, lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine. The nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog, just like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with the things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempt to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. "Good morning. Your name's Hisao, right?" She grinned, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. "You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over the hall yesterday." How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. "Yeah, sorry about that again." Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great. I'm not sure she realized I was joking. "So the spy consultant the nurse was talking about is actually you?" "That's right." "Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest." "What are you saying? I don't look like I could be a spy?" "No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that." "No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messier transfer student. He looks like he's kind of lost around the track." "So why are you down here?" Amy strikes a dramatic pose. "Training. For what?" "Track." "I see. You're on the track team then?" Amy nods enthusiastically. "Yep. I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too." Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm not into organized sports, you know. And true, I never even really gotten that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not that into the whole organization thing. Now that you're here, I guess we are going to run together, huh? What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you gonna warm up? Real men don't warm up. Ooh, Hisao. Oh no, you always should warm up bad, Hisao. She scolds me enthusiastically, but she smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. Oh boy. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go. So we both take off around on the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves smoothly, throwing herself into the run with sort of a wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hand spread right, and something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. Try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple laps today, and slow to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running, and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time you just have to try and hold out longer, and then longer, and then longer, and eventually you'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now, I'm gonna go get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I've got plenty of time. I notice that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I gotta finish my routine. See you later, Sal. Yeah, see ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. Like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice at least to feel like I've taken some semblance of control of my own health. I'll have to try and keep this up. I head back to the dorm to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just wanted to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. Sup? What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, starting naked, but holding my tongue back. I finally realize I'm still naked too and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know, your room and... yeah, that's it. Hey, I My son had to get up, though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? He puts off an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane-sized glasses. Not talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow, it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked. To say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I tried to brush the feeling off with little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, what do you need it? Why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint, and in the end, it isn't to the thought that counts. Come on, be a pal. This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold my payment, since his thoughts were so clearly impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man, but if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I wanted to order pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I needed your help for the rest. I get some of that pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have the time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay for the guy, and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza, and they'll ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants peace, then you're left pieceless. In an unforgiving world, it happened before, that's how I know. Every day I plan vengeance so that when people who wronged me order pizza, I'll be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose completely without irony. But yeah, I only need 400 yen. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened last time. I went out with carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something standing? Maybe. Wonder how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, splitting the sky, like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. Was the first. He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he trying to keep a momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like the opening to some kind of anime show. And you know how there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival, and they fly at each other and clash swords, and they're like big dramatic colored auras and zoom? It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen. I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'm able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. A particularly disturbing fact, given that his baton is conducting freely. You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Did you know that male porn stars only make about half of what female porn stars make? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. You can't even spell your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? The feminist agenda stuff again. This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit when this is serious. Here, feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make no mistake, you take them lightly and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in the back? Stab you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. Wow. I thought you just didn't take them lightly. I thought you just don't take them lightly. Well, I mean, I don't take them lightly, but for the big things, individually, they're not a threat. But if there is some kind of war, like a big war with men on the one side and the feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, "It's on now, motherfuckers." You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You can't hide that on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress with women only in it. Who said it was on Earth? Ooh, oh boy. I turned away from Keji to start practicing frowning faces in the mirror so I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotion. He can't see me from the distance anyway. Which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Yeah, there's a war going on. War not many know about. This is a great one that will only day boil over and encompass all of that known world. Then we'll have to pick sides. We'll have to make a stand. In fact, that's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly, when I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight, when I mistook the time the power went out for a feminist raid, and thought this end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would all be over, and I was like, whoa, and knew I had to get serious, because I am the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty. Must be pretty crappy movement if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in a bathroom to another naked guy. So can I have the money? He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class. So I agree to swat him the money. Awesome, thanks dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yeah, that's ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it almost a manly sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower accents? There are bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you better pay me back. I can pay you back and stuff, right? I don't have the time to ask to elaborate on what that means. I don't know, I have to get to class. You're kind of in the way. Oh, sorry, yeah. I don't want to hold you up. I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. The time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was going to. What does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So, I have to be alone. I can't go. The pressure. Okay, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him my practice found, and it looks like kind of silly in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see anyway. So I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though eternity has passed since I woke up. That is time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having some of the time with Kenji. Combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom started making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize that this is a good reason, as I need to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear tapping noise outside in the hallway, and the least tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant, as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing it because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was more important to look prim when entering her classroom. "Excuse me," she calls in the quiet room with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. "Good morning, Lily." "This how? Good morning. I didn't hear you come in." I wonder if she thinks I'm suspicious. I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell a big lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today, by any chance? No. She seems to come in only just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing, I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today. Hi. Oh, I can't do her voice. Misha pops into the room with Shizune, as if on cue, shouting with loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. Hiya-chan. Hiya-chan. Hi. Why is there no music? What? Oh, I really want music. I really want music. Where's the music, please? Look, it's like class. Look, it's the class representative. Hello. Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha or Shizune's use the word look. Good morning. Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right? I'm not. Lily seems more guarded in her answer to Shizune than she was with me. The other day, I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she's talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the only one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge the intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival's coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in the projected budget report for the events, even the first years, except you. Wahaha. There's still time to hand it in, right? Isn't there? No, boy. Today, the deadline's today. You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have all the necessary paperwork days ago. But someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Do you want to know what's harder than disturbing the funds of one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in school, and then some. The whole one who does that is me. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little harder on her? She's still a whole day left. Please, Isao, it's alright. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but is a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, I'm disappointed. You think I've forgotten about it? I understand how important it is. Then, can I have it, please? Shizune might not... Shizune might not have it at the exact moment. It's not here now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's effort to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gone around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better. Here we go. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away. As a class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so. But the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want it, I'll apologize on the behalf for getting sick. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. This is getting really bad fast. Lily, don't they live here at school? There's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with that attitude? I say that it's not something you should be delegating away. And are you the class representative or aren't you? Tell me the name of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something that's this simple yourself. One forum isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers skillfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can't neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course you do. Class rep. Of course you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intended behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other, and that much is clear. Well, this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has enough and is ready to push back. Oh boy. I was actually discussing the budget reports before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track down to make sure I don't forget my own. Okay, wait. One sec.